Our ancient Athenian value is dike, which literally translates to justice and means the concept of justice in Greek law. More specifically, it means the concept of justice based on social norms. Unlike what we think of justice, dk refers to justice based on what actually occurs in society and not what should occur in society. It also has the meaning characteristic behavior or characteristics, referencing social norms and the characteristic behavior in society. This is similar to the discrimination of colored people in court in the 1930s during the trial of the Scottsboro Boys. The just thing to do was for the jury to decide the black teenagers were innocent, as the evidence pointed out. However, they decided against the black teenagers, deeming them guilty and deciding what was just based on the social norms and perspectives of society, which was in favor of the white community. This also connects to recently. People discriminate certain ethnicities, orientations, or race, although it is not just and should ideally not occur, but still does because this is what other people around them believe and what they have been taught.
Rome's classical age ranged from 500 BCE to 323 BCE. This could be considered a golden age due to the flourishing of culture, such as arts and architecture, as seen in the reconstruction of the Pantheon. Intellectual developments in philosophies, such as through the philosopher Socrates, and intellectual developments in general, such as seen in Hippocrates and Herodotus, were also common. In addition, there was political reform that better suited the people, due to the introduction of democratia, meaning rule by the people.
Classical age refers to the period between the Persian Wars at the beginning of the 5th century BC and the death of Alexander the Great in 323 BC. Some of the political tenets were equality and justice. At the time, there were many wars and conflicts with the Persians.
How did Athenian democracy work? People would volunteer to participate in Athenian democracy, and those who did got randomly selected for a position in the Athenian government. It was a direct democracy that encouraged everyone to participate. There was a meeting a few times every month that anyone could go to, and of the 6,000 that did, they presented new laws, addressed their fellow citizens, or brought up a public lawsuit. There was a council of around 500 members that controlled the meeting.
A city-state consisted of an urban center, which controlled the surrounding territory. An individual city-state was independent from other city-states in terms of political, judicial, legal, religious, and social institutions and practices. Each city-state acted similar to a state seen in the United States of America. In addition, each city-state was involved in international affairs, trade, political alliances and wars with both other city-states and non-Roman states. To vote within a city-state, one had to be a citizen, which meant an Athenian male.
In Oedipus Rex, there are prophecies that state what Oedipus will do in the future. The social norms and perspectives based on these actions that the prophecies predict Oedipus doing impact what he decides to do in the future. These actions show the characteristic behavior of trying to avoid breaking social norms. The social norms at that time impact whether the audience sympathizes or antagonizes Oedipus based on his actions and the audience's reaction to them. Therefore, dk sets the tone of the story and how the story is perceived by the audience.